They said gray paved the way, changed the rain, released the pain, least you sane, getting paid, trend setting, brighter days, doper raps, tighter sets, high and deadly, I'm a fighter jet, journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's really good? OG Boricua Don Dada Chef, Muffins Martinez, Mr. Houston, Tennessee, whatever, because it's Titans, he's rocking it. It is what it is. Rob K, Urban Wrestling Network, MLW Confusion. Gentlemen, we seen the big announcement, right? We were like, oh shit, Kenta in MLW. Now, I won't stunt. I am the typical American fan that does not know of wrestling outside of anywhere except for freaking Scotland. So I know who Kenta is. I'm not one of these jabronis that just has no idea who this guy is, but I don't know his resume like that. You two gentlemen will. I do know this is a massive, massive debut for MLW. And we'll talk a little something after this too, because I forgot what's going on, but we'll tie this all into one show. So anyone, talk to me, Kenta, because I need to be schooled on some Kenta into MLW.
Yeah, well, you know, Kenta's one of those professional wrestlers that we all love, hard hitting, you know, do everything. He was a Noah wrestler for a long time, for wrestling Noah. And then after he became a free agent, he decided to come to the States and got into NXT 2.0. When the NXT 2.0 thing came out, with the black and gold shit started coming out. And unfortunately, things didn't go as planned for him there in NXT 2.0. A lot of injuries. So, you know, his time there in NXT 2.0 was not the best thing ever. He had some good matches, but nothing memorable. I know that when he left Japan, he became hated in Japan, because a lot of people never leave Noah to come to the States. Usually once you become a free agent, you know, you take a break and then go back. But yeah, so he became hated in Japan there in Noah. After his 3 months thing came up to about, he went back to Japan and signed with the competition, the Japan Wrestling. Hey,
stick it to him.
Yeah, I want to go somewhere else. And a couple of weeks later, he became a member of the Bullet Club, which has been there ever since. I want to say now going on 3 years now that he's been a Bullet Club member. But yeah, man, Kenta coming to the States again after the whole NXT 2.0 debacle is a big news, and coming to MLW to wrestle is even bigger news, you know, because we've been having a lot of the New Japan wrestlers or free agents coming in, like Suzuki and the one chick that we saw last week at the MLW.
Oh, Miyu Yamashita.
Yeah, Yamashita. So we'll be having some, and you know, they can bring in somebody. You're like, oh, okay, Suzuki. Oh, wow, you know, Yamashita. And then now you see Kenta, like, oh shit, Kenta. So you know that's going to be awesome. Now he's supposed to wrestle who in the first round?
Bobby Fish.
Fish in the Opera Cup. So that's going to be a real hard-hitting match, because both of those guys are strong style wrestlers with super kicks are going to hurt. So that's going to be a real good match on July 12th there at the show. So I'm looking forward to Kenta coming in.
Now, I heard something about when Bobby Fish first went to Pro Wrestling Noah, Kenta was the one that helped him and kind of trained with him and all that stuff. So they've known each other for like 18 plus years or something. But this is the first Bullet Club guy in MLW, right? Like active Bullet Club?
I believe so.
Sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yes. So that'll be interesting if he even comes out with like a T-shirt that has the Bullet Club name on it. That'll be interesting. And if also if they mention Bullet Club on the telecast, that'll be interesting too, to see if he comes with somebody else, you know, to bring something and you know, to second him in the ring, you know, to bring somebody with him, and maybe in the future something happens where the storyline continue, and then he'll bring one or two members from Bullet Club in the future, man, because that'll be huge if that happens.
Contra Unit Bullet Club, I'd
Hey,
be all
man,
for
that'd
it.
be some shit. Even Kenta could become a member of the Contra unit. You never know. So,
And they seem to be going down that Asian road with Kwon and that guy, even though she's Hispanic, but you know she's got that feel to it.
Yeah. It's Suzuki.
And then Suzuki, so it fits in pretty dope. Rob, come on, baby, you gotta talk, man. You gotta cut us off at times.
I can't be holding the show together.
You've been making valid points.
Me?
Yeah,
valid points. Come on, man, stop.
Well, you've been doing that. You've been giving us the history lesson.
Oh man,
so.
you're gonna make me blush.
like this is not the part of the show where we're debating, so I don't have to be like, dude, why, and jump in. Like this is me giving time for the actual education, because what you're saying.
I should be wearing the red hat.
Yeah, you're saying. So I can't come in and negate or argue with, because you're giving like actual history. So
I actually got some points. Yes.
You're giving facts, not opinions, for the most part. So I can't just jump in and argue with you for the sake of arguing. I mean, I could, but I already have enough problems, looking, competent on this show. I don't need to start picking fights. Anyway, so
enough.
So back at the topic at hand, I am very surprised that Kenta is coming in. And not that MLW's been slouching on bringing in big names from Japan. Obviously Kojima, Suzuki, etc. have been pretty big deals, but Kenta arguably is still in his prime overall, and is actually still a very big name in Bullet Club. Honestly, in my opinion, probably the only member of Bullet Club right now that's worth watching. Wow. So, but that is strictly opinion, and I'm not always fully up to date on what's going on in New Japan USA either. But I know Kenta is traveling the world now. He is if he's not officially a freelancer, he's acting like one, and he's all over the place in Japan and in America too, doing the tour, doing the rounds. So this is arguably probably the biggest Japanese name MLW's brought in quite some time, and I'm very curious to see where they're going to go with this, because yes, Bobby Fish will be a solid matchup, and of course this is Opera Cup, so we are building in a little bit more potentially. But Bobby Fish is not the first marquee name I would think of when I'm bringing someone in for a marquee matchup. But that being said, with the Opera Cup, this doesn't have to necessarily be a one and done. It can be a 2 and done, 3 and done. However, because the tournament field is huge this year compared to the previous years.
The last time we had
four guys. Yeah,
it was 16.
Yeah, so we've jumped up to 16. So we can have him for a couple of matches depending on how the brackets shape up. That being said, it may not be a marquee match, but as long as both competitors bring their A game, that'll be a darn good match, because Bobby Fish can still go when properly motivated and with the right opponent. But yeah, I'm really interested to see where this is going. And as you guys brought up too, since MLW is so stable heavy, could he jump into one of the factions that are going in now? Though I will say, just because of how sometimes Bullet Club goes and their anti-authoritarian stance, I honestly think WTF would be interesting for him.
No, don't ruin him. Don't ruin him with that mess over there.
Allegedly Flop Dalla is on the outs of WTF, so there is room for one more. And let him and Filthy Tom Lawler just hang out together and cook on screen. That would be magic, because Kenta could just be all serious.
The problem would be MSL.
Well, just you can kick him out of it early. Kick him out of it early, and just have Tom and Kenta. I mean, because they have done WTF promos without MSL, most notably the Bishop Lawler tandem, which was a great video that I love, where they just kept slapping each other and tell each other, "Tell him, Tom. Tell him, Josh," and then they would just cut these 10 seconds of cliche 80s promos.
Well, I have to take my glasses off to see the bracket. Well, right now we know that Akira beat Kwon at the show, So if depending on Bobby Fish versus Kenta, whoever wins will go up against Akira in the second round. So
that'll
be
like I say,
Akira
Kenta has a fun ring to it
too.
That's and since
we decide to bring him back and he wins, and it's not just a one-time thing, he wins. Back
but if they do it during the tapings, they can get 2 matches out of him. So fantasy booking, he beats Bobby Fish, and then he battles Akira, which that will be a sleeper match right there, I think too. And Kenta has some name value to him. Like he's still got name value despite his run in WWE, and obviously Akira is a guy that they've been doing the slow burn on.
Yes,
like working his way up the card. So this might be one of those. If Akira can't win it all, this is his like feather in the cap moment within the tournament. Should he, actually beat Kenta?
So we talked that. Now I do hope that he does come out and has like the Bullet Club logo and the Tron thing and all that. I think that looks super dope. It would be a good look for MLW as well. If he does join Contra Unit or I would say what the fuck. If he joins WTF, cool. Like, what are we doing here, bro? We're seeing your belly, Tennessee.
Yeah, man. I'm looking for something here.
So I do like where you guys are going with that. Now, the other thing I wanted to speak about real quick because it just dawned on me. I remember you guys saying that Dave Marquez pretty much got a massive promotion in Major League Wrestling, Mr. Marquez. Yep. So, congratulations to him. I don't remember who told me yesterday or who said what, but all right, well, slow down.
That's who it was.
You and Rob K. All right, dog, damn. Like, so go ahead. What you talk to us about, and then we'll piggyback off of Mr. Marquez's promotion.
Yeah, so basically, he's now the head of production now. So he's going to be handling all the production duties going forward, starting at the July 12th show. And also they were mentioning that it's going to be a bigger production set too now. So he's going to have the production trucks there. He's going to be handling all that stuff now. He's going to be handling the new production set. And he's still doing his stuff with his own UWN show, which is the United Wrestling Network. So he's still going to be doing that on the side, but he's more now focused and now being thrown into like, we want to go big. So now we see Kurt Bauer putting that $20 million money that he got from WWE into production part of it.
Are we going to see some crossover between UWN and MLW? I mean, it's a network, so
that'll be awesome if that happens. I mean, I know right now Danny Limelight is the champion for the UWN brand right now, and he's been holding the belt for over a year now. So that'd be
give me back cool. Slice Boogie and give me some King Fatboy Papo Esco, and I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, because they are there, so that'd be kind of cool. If that happens, where we get to see some of the guys there and some of the females there coming over and being used by LMW, where now you don't have to really go out and sign anyone. You could use people from the United Wrestling Network in MLW. So
yeah,
that'd be awesome.
That's his, right? Like that's his promotion.
That's Dave Marquez thing, yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, and when you talk about production, it's everything. I mean, he's his own professional production company. So it's not a Jeep or nothing like that. He has a truck. He has all the equipment needed to kind of take MLW from what is now and give it a little nudge and take a little more step further up. So that'd be kind of cool, production wise, and we'll get to see it, like I said, right on July 12th show, and everything after that going forward.
Makes sense. Rob, what you got, baby?
I think it's a good move. I mean, Marquez has decades of experience within the wrestling industry and has built like one of the more solid foundations. Like I would argue that the UWN is what the NWA should have been striving to be. Like it's its own network of things where, and they actually do have proper territories like throughout the country, most notably in Arizona, Hollywood, and Memphis. So, and there's probably more that I'm forgetting out there just because it's not fully my bag.
I think they have one in Motor City, I believe. I think it's out of Detroit. That's new. I want to say maybe like 3 months ago, beginning of the year, maybe 4 months now. So
yes.
they do something from there too. I still haven't got into that one yet, but I think it's something out of that area.
So right now they have 4.
I think it's like 4 or 5. That I know he was trying to do something from Atlanta, and he was right in the cusp of getting it up, and then COVID kind of killed that momentum for doing that in Atlanta.
Okay.
So.
But Hollywood has been around for pretty near 20 years at this point. So and he's obviously a respected name in the business. So it's going to be a net plus overall for MLW because for the size that it is, UWN has very good production values in my humble opinion. So yeah, this is going to be a net positive, and then it also leads to the potentialities. Of course, if you are buddying up and employing one of the higher ups of a larger scale promotion, I mean, it does. We do ask the question of like, are we going to see some crossover, even if there's not going to be a proper merger or joining of per se. Yeah. I'm curious. The fantasy booker part of my brain, is sparking a bit, but just because he's employed by another organization, though, doesn't mean anything. So, temper some of those expectations.
You know what? If we see any kind of writing on the wall, we'll jump into it real quick. So, gentlemen, I think we talked everything we wanted to talk. Kenta, we gave Mr. Marquez his flowers. So that's what they get for this week. We got one more with Muffins coming at you. So for myself, Rob K, Muffins Martinez. What the hell? I was about to say Monday. I think today's Wednesday. We out of here. Deuces. I don't even know what day I'm on.
Deuces.